Bumpaloo squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be playing what I believe is Zoe's best deck. Now, this, it's maybe a bit of a controversial statement to say because Zoe has been seeing quite a lot of play in a bunch of different decks, right? Very few that are sort of like all-in Zoe, right, that are playing for Zoe's level up and are using that as their main win condition. There are some going around, but mostly they're using Zoe as sort of a nice tool to be used. And this is a deck that is in that later category where, we aren't really using Zoe as a level up condition, more as just a, good card that gives us card advantage. And this is a sort of go wide aggro deck, and it's a really interesting kind of unique deck, and when Zoe was revealed, this was kind of the sort of deck that I thought might spring up, particularly when this card was also revealed, Starry Scamp, a sort of celestial aggro type deck. I was wondering if that would be the kind of deck that you see come about, and this I think is what has come about from it, and it's a really interesting different deck that uses fun cards like Survival Skills and Moonlight Affliction at the top end. Similarly with other things like using Sketcher to get Starry Scamp or even Zoe to get Starry Scamp out, and then go wide as big as you can, get crowd favorite down. It has some nice synergies with like Zoe discarding Vision here can be very impactful as well, and essentially you just want to create a big board, maybe drop a crowd favorite and then smack your opponent in the face for a lot of damage. So why do I think that this is a very strong deck? Well, at the moment it really does pretty well against Grand Plaza decks, particularly like non-Targon versions, I will say, of Grand Plaza decks. The Targon versions do have some lifesteal, which can obviously set you back, but otherwise this is very good at punishing your opponent for passing on turn 3, because if you develop something very proactive like Draven, they're in some trouble, right? And, with this going as wide as it can, they're normally not going to have the mana to keep up with as wide as your board is going, particularly if they have a landmark down as well. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. And, yeah, it's a lot of fun to play. It's different. It's cool. It has some really cool decisions with particularly Sketcher, of course, in choosing what direction you should go in. So it's, it's not the most difficult deck to play, but it's not always straightforward either, particularly with Sketcher and choosing, well, do I have to silence something, do I need this extra unit, like what, it's pretty fun, and I really like it. So let's go test it out and see how we do. So we come up against Discard Aggro up first, which is certainly interesting. This could be a game obviously of who can get sort of wider quicker. We like Sketcher. Do I want crowd favorite in this opening hand? We definitely want some proactive plays. I do like Sketcher. I think maybe we'll drop the crowd favorite and maybe we'll drop the decisive maneuver as well. We don't want to get too greedy with things, and we find Zoe, which is really nice as well. My computer is being pretty slow today. Hopefully it fixes it, but it's just being a little buggy with me. Maybe because it's the first game. Hopefully it does fix. We will get this attack off with Zoe. We also find Draven turn 3, which could be very nice as well. House Spider is another good drop. So he finds his own House Spider. Do I want to trade you? I don't think so. I could go stones now, but that might set me back a bit. So I think I'll go Draven. I think when you can drop Draven, you probably should. Particularly attacking on turn 3 here. We have to hope for no crowd favorite now, because of course he does have a very big board. Is Is it worth therefore attacking with this? I think it is. If he blocks with this, obviously we just lessen the health of that. But if we can stop, obviously crowd favorite would be pretty bad for us here. We find this obviously goes down. Puts Draven at the top. That's actually probably pretty good. Placed Emo as well. Interesting attack. Will he just go for the damage? Will he go for this here? He will. I think we probably will be killing this. We're going to get another axe to discard for the Sketcher anyway from this Draven. I think obviously getting rid of a chump block and not allowing this attack to again lessening his board could be pretty good for us overall. So we will start with Sketcher, which we probably want this snake, I imagine. Come and challenge Draven. So then we have a choice now. We could go for you. We could go for Mentor of the Stones as well, which could buff up this Zoe. I think I like that best. And we'll end the round. That could come in handy. So we'll start off with you. And we'll go into this. Again, he just passes. Okay. Let's go for something like that.
Does he do this?
We force a bunch of trades. He might try and kill this snake. This is an interesting block on Zoe as well. Just a jury rig, that's fine. So he just fully blocks out. And if he's got Jinx in hand, obviously that could be good for him, but still, we're doing okay right now. If it is Jinx, I think he would have to have a 1-mana card now as well, because the 2 axes means that he can't play Jinx. Okay, it's not Jinx, it's just a House Spider. So I think, therefore, we probably want to jam Zoe. Get her out of Mystic Shot range. Yeah, we'll end the turn. There's a crowd favorite. We could potentially try and use this to find another unit and then, you know, go big and use that crowd favorite. Okay, so one is a jury rig. Got the hope here that it isn't.
Hey, buddy, what you doing?
And he surrenders. Okay, right. I think he was hoping there that we might block different or something. Obviously, we had gems as well. You know, we controlled that game really nice there, I thought, overall. And yeah, we won. So, good. Okay, so let's hope we can punish a Grand Plaza deck. Obviously, we like stones. We don't mind a nice Precious Pet opening as well. And obviously we'll be looking to pressure them as much as we possibly can. Do you have a 1-drop for me? It shouldn't be able to block this either way, but we shall see. This could potentially give us a big blowout win as well. Hopefully we don't see Bright Steel here, but then again, why would you have thought about even playing this if you had that little combo? I think you would just snap it as quickly as you could. So we definitely like this Sparklefly. We probably will go Stones here into it. Because obviously getting this 3-4 elusive, yes, they could have Sharp Sight, which could be a little spooky.
My kind of party.
Is this him thinking about Sharp Sight? I think you always would do it. Yeah. That's why we attacked with this, by the way. Because he's always going to block the stones. So it's... like this attack, you know, obviously was pretty bad into that, but he's always going to block the stones, so there's no real issue with it. Now he needs another challenger. He finds what? Valor off the top. Nice. Which I can trade with a Pale Cascade here. That's not too bad. Find another Zoe. And he also can't attack there with that. So we will play Zoe. We also have this paddle, Sleepy Trouble bubble, which also could be really important going forward in this game. Wow. Never mind, he has Misfortunes Make It Rain, which hits perfectly for him, of course. I mean, we will still play this second Zoe. It's not the worst given our hand, but it's not great. Because the second Zoe would have been quite nice there. And yeah, we'll go into this as well. He's down on 10. Now, if I could find Crescent Strike with this, that could be a big, big decider.
Show them what we're made of.
Ooh, it's a big commitment. Crescent. I mean, that's pretty good as well. We'll obviously just take the 6, 7 even, with Misfortune. Play you, and now we will be going in. We will obviously discard the Vision with an axe. Pale as well. Probably means we don't want to play these gems. Is this lethal if he doesn't block? Yes, this is an important thing to consider as well, of course. Because he could always just take the damage if it wasn't. Say he was on 1 here, he might just pass, right? And then we obviously wouldn't have much. But now he has to do something because he's dying. So he can't just take the damage. Okay. So I think we axe obviously the Vision, and I think we put it on you.
Time for the money makers.
Is that lethal? Yeah. Now we can press OK again. So we spent 0 mana there, and we still have lethal. And we put it on this because this is the one that he probably least likely wants to remove. So we do that, obviously, to either get in more damage. Okay, I can insert it on you. Can I find lethal with these two? Can I find lethal with these two? 6, 7, 8. Yes. So we probably want to spread out our threats here. And then we might as well stun this. Keep the Draven alive. And yes, we got there. Boom.